I see my story spliced into scenes. The first, I'm sitting in the nurse's station, getting blood drawn for the NIPT. It could have been named gender test for all I cared, because that's what it was to me. I asked multiple times that they chart. I didn't want to know the gender over the phone. My husband and I had discussed what we would do in certain circumstances, but the conversations were rushed, stoic, and not going to be us, so it was just a mere formality. 2 weeks later, I'm working out from home. My stomach turns to knots when I realize my doctor is on the other line. He nervously asks how I am and then stumbles out that the numbers came back high for trisomy 21. I told him I had vacation planned and was leaving in a few days. This was the beginning of my worst nightmare. Next day, I'm having the CVS and being instructed to not worry, don't think about it. Just enjoy vacation until the results come back. The doctor gave stories of hope and success while also giving other numbers. 5% chance of a false positive, and that women my age have a chance of conceiving a trisomy 21 pregnancy at a rate of 1 in about 750. 10 agonizing, torturous, horrible days later, I was in Zurich walking under the Christmas lights on Bahnhofstrasse. It was so beautiful when we got that call. She asked if it was a good time. But when is it a good time to confirm without a doubt your child has trisomy 21? I remember wanting my knees to buckle, but instead I just fell into my husband. My vision went black. I couldn't breathe. They sent me the results. First line read, male fetus. It took my breath away and broke my heart all over again. We met with a German doctor that our friend knew. The doctor did a thorough scan and helped us see what our future would look like with this boy. An immediate GI surgery, heart surgery, and severely handicapped due to the pooling of fluid in the front and the back of the brain. My husband and I don't have family near us. We have a toddler, and I can't guarantee I'm going to live his whole life. No one in this world would have ensured his safety or advocated for him harder than me. I couldn't put that on my son if something were to happen to my husband or me. My husband, a surgeon, has seen it all, and for him, knowing that best case scenario was still not good. And the procedure were the worst. I wanted to come out of my skin and didn't want to be in my body. I wanted to be anywhere but in my mind. I still don't know how those days passed. We arrived to the hospital on December 28th in Boston. I sat with the doctor and asked her how many families chose this. I had been loaded with statistics leading up to this moment. So where are the statistics about families that choose termination in light of a trisomy 21 diagnosis? At this point, she came over to me, clasped her hands in mine, and said she didn't know the number, but she knew the families that made this impossible decision did it with love, mercy, and compassion for their child. My husband suggested that I watch comedy in pre-op that lasted a whopping 5 seconds. Nothing was funny about this situation. Nothing was going to take me into a funny place. Instead, I closed my eyes, put in my earbuds, blasted one song, Runaway to Mars, and I cried for a very, very, very long time. I prayed and I pleaded I not wake up from the operating table. Then there was a moment of clarity and peace. I wrote myself a note on my phone. I haven't had the heart to read it, but it was written for my future self when I doubted or felt ashamed. I knew future me would struggle and wanted her to know that I loved her, that I was certain it was right for our family, and it was done with love and compassion. It's been months, and I haven't had that moment of clarity since. The future me I envisioned came to pass. My whole world came crashing around me. I wasn't sure what kind of person I was. I certainly did not know anymore if I was a good mother. I couldn't believe the same religion anymore. I was forced to look at all of the choices I had made leading up to all of this. I questioned if I had chosen the right partner, if it would have been different if we lived in another city. I wondered how I could go back to normal and back to who I was. Today, as I write this, I realize I will never go back to who I was and will not return to normal as I know it.